Hello there, how you doing and welcome back. Now it feels really good to say these words as has been a little time, a hot minute, if you will, since last I uploaded. Good heavens, look at the time! But I am so happy to finally be able to jump on the hype train that is John Mayer's latest release, Last Train Home. John Mayer.
Hello there.
The one name, the one man whose hair is so poofy, extravagant, and frankly beautiful.
Hashtag gay for mayor.
To attract masses from all over the internet, from east to west, in a communal consensus that he is in fact a pretty cool dude.
Hashtag gay for mayor.
Get yourself a wee little coffee, strap in, caffeine up, and let's get ready for a quick little look-see, shall we? So as you can clearly see, I do have a certain level of excitement, fondness, and just overall, appreciation for John Mayer as an artist. I can't really speak to him as a dude as much as I would have loved to have a cup of coffee or a beer with a fellow, especially because he is very much unaware of my existence. Freddie, just so I can get an idea, on some sort of arbitrary numerical scale, how much do you like John Mayer? Ho, well...
お前は今まで食ったパンの枚数を覚えているのか?
But nonetheless, I think this is a lovely occasion to get back into our wholesome reviews, if you will.
Probably not.
And list up some of the ingredients and some of those juicy, fresh, organically sourced elements, which I thought were very cool in this particular song. So first up, Last Train Home by John Mayer comes by in a moment in which the demand, the market, and the general taste of the public really seem to be veering towards a bit of a nostalgic 80s flair, and this has been going on for a little while. Frankly, if you haven't noticed yet, where have you been? Even I fucking noticed, and I haven't left my house in a year and a half. And don't you worry, I will say a couple of extra things about that in our Flavours section of the song. With regards to the ingredients, to what actually makes the song work and fit together, we are looking, of course, at the guitar parts involved. As you quickly saw in my initial strumming of the song and my recreation of this very fun little doo-dah and swing-dee-dee, if you will, we are looking at a very simple chord progression on paper, characterized by the use of a couple of triads here and there to really simplify the chord, get rid of some of those extra fuzzy, needless notes, to really focus on a clear, melodic, enjoyable chord, and this is something that I am absolutely a massive fan of. Of course, if we wanted to play a slightly heavier, slightly more aggressive song, yeah, fuck yeah, we'd use some power chords, we use some full bar chords. But in an homage to this sort of sob rock field, as he calls it, and in an homage to all those lovely guitar influences that have built him up to be the player that he is today, thinking of a Jimi Hendrix, a Stevie Ray Vaughan, a John Frusciante, we really see how the ways these players interpreted and created chords shows off in this song. Specifically, you see the basic chord progression only has 3, well technically 4, chords, which, in the alternating voicings that each of them receive, offer the ear something that seems a lot more complex than what it actually is. Going from the second version of the D major shaped triad on the guitar to start the song off in, and to finish it up on the A major in the root position on the 6th string, although it's the same note, it sort of tricks the listener into thinking that it's different chords or that something's moving in the background. And that, from a songwriting perspective, really demonstrates the mastery that John has of the fretboard. and really gives you a lot of food for thought when writing your own music, or, you know, thinking about how can I maybe spice something up, but at the same time, keep it simple. And finally, to cap off the ingredients section, just to keep it short and simple.
Probably not.
I did really enjoy, obviously, the guitar solo because, I mean, it's a John Mayer guitar solo. Bluesy, core, pentatonically driven, melodic idea. Nothing too complicated, nothing too fast, just some interesting interval choices, some interesting bends, something that you can sing along to, which I don't know if you've ever listened to anyone on this fucking platform talk about good guitar solos, but any guitar solo that is good has always been defined as something you can sing along to, something memorable that you can replicate in your own head, that you can hum along to. So in my book, that's an A+. Jumping on into our Flavours section, as I said at the beginning of the video, we are really echoing some of those 80s flavours, some of that dad rock, sob rock. Nothing heavy, but something with a little bit of ambiance, something with a bit of atmosphere and feel to it. This, in my mind, is very reminiscent of the flavours of bands like The Police, Toto, something fun where, yes, the guitar and bass may be the main focus of the song, but there always is that extra layering, the extra effort put into offering you a more complete experience without needing to just crank the gain and let the guitar do its talking. To that end, the vocal has a lot of nice, tasty reverb, and the guitar as well, tonally speaking, really reminds me of that one generic song that any motherfucker on Instagram has always ever played in their life to pretend like they're cool and they know how to play guitar, aka Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, which, as much as I love the song, it's just been beaten to death for me, really.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
The tone is sort of in the same area, so in my book, that means something that people like, something that always sort of hits home, and something that you can just pop on when you need something to just cuddle you up and muscle you along throughout the rest of the day, on the bus, going to bed, just maybe chilling, doing laundry, something like that. And to sort of shuffle us through this review, these thoughts, these ideas, today we get to our presentation section of the video, because as we all know, as we all say every single fucking time, what good is a delicious looking bowl of sauce if it looks like shit and no one wants to eat it? You silly donut. Well, from a presentation standpoint, in my books, there's a lot of interesting guitar work, there's some flair, some tones, that signature vibe reminiscent of a genre, well, I mean, not really genre, but an area, an era of music, which at the moment is something that everyone seems to sort of need, enjoy, and can easily get behind. And that's sort of it. It's simple, it's easy to listen to, but not so simple and so easy to listen to that it's inherently boring. Especially because, as I said in the ingredients section, I think it's so interesting to see all the influences that make up John Mayer as a guitarist sort of come together in a way, in a very subtle guitar part. So, cranking this in on the scale of sauce, I believe that Last Train Home sits at an easy 85%. It's a lovely song, doesn't have any major flaws in my opinion, easy to listen to, easy to get behind, but according to my personal tastes, it's not something I'm going to listen to every day, but I do definitely believe that this song ought to be given credit where credit is due. And all in all, it's just more John Mayer if you already like John Mayer, so I mean, that's always a fucking win in my book, isn't it?
Hashtag gay for mayor.
Well, that being said, thank you very much for tuning in today. It has been so fun, so refreshing, so enjoyable to get back into the chair, the old setup, and chat shit for you all once again. I do realise that it has been a hot minute since our last upload, but I've just had some personal things going on, university finishing up for the year, and I didn't really feel like pumping out something which I would put zero effort into just for the sake of having something go up, so that's kind of where I'm at. There are going to be a few changes coming about in the next coming weeks, just in the interest of sustainability and with regards to, you know, how I feel with regards to making content and this sort of stuff, so be on the lookout. I don't think it's worth an entire update video because, I mean, I've always thought that that's a bit of a waste of time, unless there's a really strong core audience of people who are inherently interested in my life and what I'm doing, so Obviously, that's not the case. But that being said, I really appreciate the support that's been going on in my absence. I'm looking forward to getting back on top of things and just chatting about some cool upcoming shit and being a bit more creative with what I'm doing. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you love John Mayer's newest single. I definitely fucking have. And yeah, subscribe down below if you enjoy memes, if you enjoy my beautiful, refreshing locks, very reminiscent of a certain someone, in a way. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. In the meantime, stay classy, my beautiful internet people.